Yeah, good morning everybody. Welcome to this week's Throwback Thursday. This week I'm going to tell you the story about the Cop and the Outlaw Bikers. Now, you always hear stories and see videos of the cops hassling bikers. And back when I was a kid, 19 years old, I looked like this. I got my first Harley. It was a 59 panhead chopper. It looked like this. And as you can imagine, every time I went out riding on it, which was every day back and forth to work, I'd get hassled by the law. I'd get pulled over because I fit the description of somebody they were looking for, which was a white male biker, long hair on a chopper. Back in those days, that was pre-helmet laws. We didn't wear helmets if you didn't have to, and I didn't. Now, I lived in Carlsbad and worked in Escondido, so it was a pretty good drive on the bike. Give them about 45 minutes somewhere along through there to catch me and pull me over and check my license, registration, and inspect the bike. 9 times out of 10 I got let go. And of course they would always get shocked when they pulled me over, because for work I had to wear dress shoes, slacks, dress shirt, and a tie, and that was all covered up by a military field jacket from Korean War vintage by my dad. So when they saw me going down the road, all they saw was some, long-haired biker wearing a military jacket. So I know about being a biker and getting hassled by the law. You jump forward 10 years, I am now the law. And I drive this every day for work. So here's my story. I'm working Eastern Division, first watch, up in the Sierra Mesa area, which is above Jack Murphy Stadium, west of Tierra Santa. And I was going along Arrow Drive, which was the northern border of my beat, heading westbound, and I see this biker wearing his colors of a very famous outlaw group, which I won't name, out of respect to them, and because I don't want a bunch of bullshit from them. There's always somebody that gives you bullshit. Anyways, I see him parked along the side of the road, working on his bike. Looks to me like he's working on the wiring. So I go past him, pull over, stop, get out, and come walking back to him. And he looks up, and I could tell by the look on his face, he's thinking, God damn it, this pig's gonna be hassling me. What does he want? So he stops work, I walk up. Well, first thing he expects is for me to ask him for his driver's license and registration and do a complete check of his motorcycle, right? Because that's what happens to all of us. Well, instead, I say, hi, it looks like you're having some problems with your electrics. And he goes, yeah. And I go, well, what's wrong with it? And he goes, well, he had some problem with his generator. Yeah, back in those days, the bikes had generators. And so did mine. And I go, oh. And he goes, it's not charging the battery. It's sucking all the juice out of the battery. Just trying to figure out what's going on and get it started again. So then I was talking to him, and I said, well, I used to have the same problem with my 59 panhead. Well, that got his attention. I said, what I found now is that here on the coast, with the moisture in the air and the salt air, it would corrode the armature inside the generator. So every 6 months you have to pull the generator apart and clean that armature and then put it back together. He goes, well, I did that and it was dirty. And I go, well, did you repolarize the generator after doing that? And he goes, what do you mean? I said, well, I had read an article in Easy Ride here that after you rebuild your generator, you have to spark those 2 terminals with a wire to repolarize it. And he goes, well, he didn't know about that. He hadn't done that. I said, well, yeah, you'll get that magazine, read that article, you'll see. You know, and then it should work. And he goes, okay, well, he gets it all put back together. And, you know, it was a very slow Sunday morning, so I didn't have nothing to do. And we're just sitting there talking bikes. Of course, by then I had pulled out a picture of my chopper and showed it to him. And he was impressed as all hell. Well, he gets the bike back together. He still can't get it started because the battery's just dead. So I asked him, okay, is there anybody I can call for you to come get you? Yeah, I got to remember, this is also before cell phones. And he goes, you do that for me? And I go, sure. So I get on the radio, have the dispatcher switch over to our private channel, and I give them the name and the phone number of his buddy, and tell them to tell that guy to bring his pickup truck to our location to haul his bike home for him. And a few minutes later, the dispatcher comes back on, lets me know she got a hold of the guy and he's on his way. So, you know, I tell him, okay, well, I don't have nothing going on this morning, it's really slow, so unless I get a radio call, I can just sit here with you until he arrives, make sure he gets here. So we're sitting there talking about bikes and stuff. He's talking about his bike, I'm talking about my bike, you know, and we're just 2 guys that like bikes. One biker that's not an outlaw, one biker that is. Well, his buddy shows up with his pickup truck. He jumps out of the truck, all pissed off and mad looking, you know, giving me the old mad dog look. He comes walking up there and he goes, this effing pig hassling you? And the guy says, hey, wait a minute, man, it's not like that at all. He's helping me out. He's the one who called you to come get me. So, you know, then the guy driving the pickup truck, he shut his mouth. And I said, okay, well, you know, help's arrived, so I'm going to take off. Take it easy. It's nice meeting you. Nice talking to you. Maybe I'll see you later. Stuck my hand out. We shook hands, said goodbye. Okay, now fast forward to about 2 weeks later. Another slow Sunday morning. I'm driving down that same stretch of road. I see about 30 of these outlaw bikers pulled over at the same exact spot. As I go by them, I look at the guys up in the front, because, you know, that's going to be your president, vice president, road captain, sergeant at arms, all of those guys, right? And there's about 3 guys there frantically looking over a map. Like, yeah, I figured they're lost. They don't know where the hell they're going. So I pull over in front of them, stop and get out. Now, the reason I pulled over in front of them, some people might think, oh, that's really dangerous. You're pulling over in front of them and exposing yourself. Well, yes, on that, you are, but it would be worse if I parked behind them and then had to walk all the way up to the front with my back exposed to all those bikers. Because I know damn well some of them bikers were packing guns, and probably illegally. So I go walking up to the guys looking at the map, and of course they, you know, give me the old mad dog look, you know, what do you want, blah, 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 kind of crap, you know, all pissed off. And I go, well, it looks to me like you guys are lost. I work this area every day. I know every street in this area. You tell me where you want to go, I can get you there. And the one guy is looking at me in shock, and he goes, okay. And so he points out the street where he wants to go to. Well, the street they want to go to is only like 2 blocks long, and it's buried all the way back in the residential area. There's like no way I'm going to be able to give them directions that they're going to be able to follow and get to that house. So I tell the guy, okay, look. Here's what we're going to do. Okay, I'll take you over there because I know how to get there, but I can't explain it to you because it's so difficult. So you guys follow me. So I go get back in my patrol car. They all hop on their bikes. I give them the wave sign, and off we go with me leading the parade of the outlaw bikers and me and my SDPD patrol car through all the residential streets. And that must have looked funnier than hell to all the residents who are out getting their morning paper and anyways, we get over that street. About halfway down the block, I see a big party going on. A bunch of bikes parked along the street, in the yard, in the driveway. So I pull over on the other side of the street, point at the house. They all pull in there, and they're parking and getting off. I get out of the patrol car, sit on the hood of my car. And of course, you know, there's all kinds of bikers out front, you know, drinking and partying, and some come out. And yeah. Of course, everybody's giving me the old stink eye, because I'm the pig, I'm the law. Cop. I'm there to hassle them. Well, finally, excuse me. Finally, the guy that I had led there to the house come over and thanked me. And I said, "You're welcome." And we sit there for a second, and I go, "Now, can you do me a favor?" He goes, "What's that?" And I says, "Can you go inside, get the owner of the house, have him come out for a minute and talk to me?" He goes, "Okay." So he goes walking back over, and of course all the guys in the driveway stop him, you know, what does he want? Well, I couldn't hear exactly what they're saying, but you know, they all looked mean and mad, giving me the evil eye. And I'm just sitting on the hood of my car with a big smile on my face. Well, he goes in the house. A couple minutes later, out comes the owner of the house. Guess who it was? It was the guy who had broke down 2 weeks earlier that I had stopped to help along the side of the road and called his buddy with the pickup truck to come and get him. Well, he recognizes me, I recognize him. He comes walking across the street, puts his hands out, shakes my hand. That's how I'm doing. I'm telling him, "I'm doing pretty good. Looks like you guys are going to have a pretty nice party here today." And he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "What'd you want?" And I said, "Well, I just want to ask you one favor. Just please keep the party under control. No drag racing on the street, no shooting off guns, no fist fights. Don't be throwing beer bottles in the neighbors' yards or pissing in their bushes, because I don't want to have to get called back out here again today. Okay?" He says, "Sure thing, no problem. I'll keep it under control." So I said, "All right, well, you have a good party. You guys enjoy yourselves. I got to get back to work." We shook hands. I got back in my car, and I drove off. And as I'm driving off, I hear somebody in the crowd yell, "F you, pig!" Well, I just stuck my hand out the window and waved goodbye. You know, they just got to be showing they're tougher than you are, I guess, you know. But in all the years that I worked in that area, I never once got a call to that house after that. But I found out that the guy who worked that area before me used to get called out to that house once a month. So, it just goes to show you that you can get more bees with honey than you can with vinegar, as they say. You treat people decent and nice, maybe they'll be decent and nice back to you. I got a hell of a lot more cooperation out of them by being nice, being a fellow biker, and I was coming in there being Dirty Harry, you know, the pig there to hassle them. So that's my story about being a biker in my younger days, getting hassled by the cops all the time, becoming a cop, and helping out the outlaw bikers. Of course, now there were times I did have to pull motorcyclists over and give them tickets for driving like total fools on the road, popping wheelies, speeding, crap like that. But that was my job. So, see y'all next week. I hope you liked my story. If you did, hit the like button, give me some comments. And you know what? I do expect to get some negative comments from some of you outlaw bikers out there, from you tell you sport bikers out there, because everybody hates the cops. So, take care. See y'all later. Bye-bye.